Light had come. For the first time in all of eternity, there was something other than darkness, something other than void. Day one had ended. Night had passed. And now, the second day was beginning. But if you had been there, standing in that newborn light, you would have noticed something. The light revealed chaos, not the emptiness of before, not the silence of the void. Something different. Waters. Endless, swirling waters. Deep and dark and formless, stretching in every direction. No land, no sky, no place to stand. Just water. And God looked at it, not with frustration, not with second thoughts, with purpose, because he wasn't finished, not even close. Imagine standing at the edge of the ocean, waves crashing, mist rising, the sound of water everywhere. Now imagine that's all there is. Above you, below you, around you, no horizon, no separation between sea and sky, just water and light cutting through it. That's what the second day was. God looked at these chaotic waters and said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." Asterisk, asterisk, a vault. The Hebrew word is rocky as something stretched out, hammered thin like a dome. We call it the sky, but it wasn't just empty space. It was a boundary, a separation. God took the waters and split them. Some he lifted high above, some he kept below, and in between, he carved out space, room to breathe, room for life, room for what was coming. And just like that, the sky was born. Not blue yet, there was no sun to make it blue, but it was there. A vast expanse, a ceiling and a foundation, heaven and earth beginning to take shape. Here's something interesting. On the first day, God looked at the light and said it was good. On the third day, he'll say it again. But on the second day, silence. The Bible doesn't say, "And God saw that it was good." It just says, there was evening and there was morning. Day two. Why? Maybe because the work wasn't finished yet. The sky was there, yes. The waters were separated, but there was still no place to stand. No ground, no solid earth. Just water below and water above, with a thin breath of space between them. It was progress, but it wasn't complete. And I think there's something profound in that. Sometimes, God's work in our lives doesn't feel good yet. It feels unfinished, like he's separated some. Things move some chaos out of the way, but you're still waiting, still standing in the in-between, still asking, what now? Day two is that moment, the moment when God is working, but you can't see the fullness yet. And then, the third day came, and everything changed. God spoke again. Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear. And it did. The waters vast, overwhelming, endless suddenly moved. They pulled back, gathered, obeyed, and for the first time since creation began, there was earth, solid ground, soil, rock, dust, something you could stand on, something firm. The waters didn't disappear. They were still there, powerful, deep, churning. But now they had a place. God called the dry ground land, and he called the gathered water seas. And this time, he looked at what he had made, and he said it was good. The foundation was set. The stage was built. But God wasn't done for the day, because now that there was land, God did something beautiful. He spoke again. Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it. And the earth responded. Grass burst through the soil. Flowers unfurled. Trees stretched toward the sky. Green the first color, besides light and water. Life, not animal life, not human life, but life nonetheless. The earth wasn't dead anymore. It wasn't barren. It was breathing. Fields of grain swaying in a wind that didn't exist yet. Forests thick with trees, their roots digging deep into soil that had just been formed. Fruit hanging heavy on branches, even though there was no one to eat it. Not yet. But it was there, waiting. Provision. Before there was even a need. Think about that. God didn't create humans first and then scramble to feed them. He prepared the table before the guests arrived. He planted the garden before there was anyone to walk through it. He provided in advance. And I wonder, how often does God do that in your life? How often does He prepare something for you, long before you need it? A friendship that doesn't make sense yet. A skill you're learning that feels pointless. A season of waiting that's actually a season of planting. Day 3 teaches us something crucial. God doesn't just create. He prepares. He separates chaos from order. He makes room where there was none. He brings life out of barren ground. And He does it all before you even ask. The land didn't beg for plants. The soil didn't cry out for seeds. God just saw what was needed, and He provided it, because that's who He is. So now, 3 days in, a pattern is forming. Day 1, light. Day 2, separation sky and water. Day 3, land and life. Order is emerging from chaos. Beauty is rising from the deep. And with every word God speaks, the world becomes more ready. Ready for what? We don't know yet, but we can feel it. Something is coming. Someone is coming. The earth is being prepared. The stage is being set. The table is being laid. And in just a few more days, everything will make sense. A3 is over. There is land now. There is life. The earth is no longer formless. The waters have been gathered. The foundation is complete. But the work of creation is far from finished. Because in the days ahead, God will fill this world. He'll light the sky with sun and moon and stars. He'll fill the seas with creatures beyond imagination. He'll fill the air with wings and song. And eventually, He'll create something in His own image. But we're not there yet. We're still watching, still waiting, still marveling at every word He speaks. Part 3 is coming, and when it does, you'll see the heavens come alive. If you're walking through this story with me, subscribe and stay close, because what God does next will take your breath away.